All right, Craig, are you ready to start recording a new episode of the podcast that we make with each other?
Greg?
Yeah.
You don't have to, I assume you are already recording.
I'm recording now.
You don't have to ask me if we're ready to record. You should have asked that before recording.
Well, I wanted it to be part of it because I want people to enjoy the process that we do.
Okay. You can just talk like a normal person.
All right, I'll talk like a normal person.
Okay, when are you going to start doing that? Because you're not doing it yet.
How do you know that normal people don't talk like that? Maybe you're meeting people who talk abnormally.
Well, if the definition of normal is like, let's say, most people, I would say on average, I don't come across people that talk that way. I just don't.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and start us off, Craig? Let's make this official.
Welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. I'm Craig Benzine, and my special guest today is Greg Benson.
It's actually pronounced Benson. It's with an A.
Oh.
B-A-N-S-I-N.
Benson. I've known him for years, and he has never told me it's pronounced Benson.
It is pronounced
Tell me a little about yourself, Mr. Benson.
Well, I host a podcast called Two Guys Talking About Lettuce, and usually my guest is a guy named Craig Benzine. And he's pretty good. I don't know if he's my favorite guest, but he's pretty good.
Well, that is my podcast that I'm doing now that you are a guest on, is Two Guys Talking About Lettuce.
So, listen, I'm a little distracted. I cut my lip shaving yesterday.
Oh.
And for those of you who are watching the video, you can see it.
I can see it.
I cut it, and it bled like a son of a bitch. I mean, it's like its mother was a bitch. That's how much it bled.
Wow. What about its father? Couldn't its father have been a bitch?
I don't know what happened to its father. I think it was abandoned at an early age. Yeah, and I think its father was an alcoholic, and it moved to Las Vegas and then hooked up with a stripper who got it addicted to heroin. And then
you seem to know a lot of details about the father.
I think it might have died. I don't know for sure, but I think.
How do you? If the father abandoned and went away, how do you know all this?
Rumors, but I feel like the father may have died of a heroin overdose.
Oh my God!
I think that he fell asleep. He was so high, fell asleep on his back, and then threw up while sleeping, and then choked on his own vomit. I know.
God!
I know. It's really horrible. I know,
Greg.
That's the father of the cut on my lip. that's what happened.
Awful.
Yeah,
that is.
I know.
Awful.
I know. Cutting your lip is it's not for everybody. You know?
How's the mother doing? Is the mother?
She's all right. She's in therapy, but it's like a group therapy. She has a lot of support.
She's a bitch, as I understand.
But she's becoming less of a bitch now that she's in therapy, and they're helping her realize her shortcomings.
Okay. Well, I hope that she can get through this and then be a good mother to the cut on your lip.
Look, I'm trying to set you up for jokes. Aren't you going to make a joke about the word shortcomings? I mean, you can make a joke about like midgets having sex or something like that.
That's too obvious.
It's too easy. Then you know what? Then think of something else. Hey, they're helping her with her shortcomings. Go, Craig. Come up with something better.
More like long comings. Am I right? High five.
Okay, I'll give it to you. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, Craig. Yeah, you are pretty good. Let me ask you something. Are you having a heat wave this week in Madison, Wisconsin? Because we sure as hell are in Los Angeles, California.
No, it's actually nice here. It's been nice the past week.
You're lucky because it is. We're having the worst heat that I think we've ever had in the whole time since I've lived in Los Angeles, since 1991. Oh, wow. Of course, global warming doesn't exist. I want to point that out. But listen. Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees. Global warming is fake. It's fake news.
I would say most people agree that it's real. But
it is
some
real.
Would disagree.
It is real.
Some disagree that
the stupid people disagree.
Man-made.
Probably the stupid people disagree. I'm just trying to make a point here that this week it's supposed to get 107 tomorrow and then 108 the next day, and that's fucking crazy. And you know. It wouldn't be so bad if it were in the middle of the summer when all we have to do is hang out in the house, maybe go swimming and hope that we don't lose our power. That'd be fine. But my son is in school, and then he gets out of school like in the middle of the day when the heat is just the worst. And I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to get there super early and then try to get over there. Maybe I'll bring an umbrella and maybe one of those one of those fans that shoot out cold ice water or something. I don't know what to do.
Greg,
I don't want my son to overheat.
This is just the beginning of climate change, yeah?
How does it end?
Probably gonna get.
Let me know how it ends.
That would be great.
All of humanity.
Maybe it'll end with us shooting clouds, moisture into the sky to block out the sun. Maybe
I don't know. I like to think that it ends with all of humanity just vanishing.
I don't know that all of humanity will, but maybe a good chunk.
Yeah, and then you know what? We'll make room for the next thing that's going to exist on this planet. We weren't the first thing. I don't know. Maybe dinosaurs are coming back. Who knows? You never know.
I doubt they'll come back. I mean, I think maybe something else, but I don't. It'd be very.
All right, tell me what the next thing is that's coming in. Then just tell me what's the next thing.
Probably like a more advanced version of a dolphin, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. More advanced dolphins.
Yeah. Is that what you were? That's exactly what you were going to say.
I was going to say that.
Wow, that's a coincidence.
Yeah,
because I just pulled that out of my butt. So
you pulled a dolphin out of your butt?
Out of my butt.
Now that's weird because dolphins are very large mammals,
and they have things jutting out of them.
Yeah, they do have things jutting out. Oh, I don't know what those things are, but they have a lot of things that jut out of them.
Yeah. But in Wisconsin, we have had some major heat at times, but I feel like where I'm at in the region of the world I'm in is like the best place for climate change. So you might want to move here.
Well, I mean, you've got a point there because the places where people are going to want to move and live in the future, places where water isn't as much of a problem. I mean, it's going to be a problem everywhere eventually, but for now, I mean, you guys are doing okay on water. You have a lot of water flowing in. Well,
it is the largest source of fresh water in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's really not a bad idea. All right.
Yeah, and it's also not that it doesn't get as hot here.
You've sold it. You've sold it well. I'm moving there next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me know when you've bought us a house and where it is, just the address, and then we'll send our stuff over there. So thank you so much for the offer. I'm so excited that you're buying us a house.
Yeah. You give me the money for the down payment.
No. That's come on. Don't change your offer. You offered to buy us a house in Madison, and you're going to buy us a new house, and we require a minimum of 16 bedrooms, 9.5 baths.
Jesus, I don't think that exists.
It does. That's our current house is a 16-bedroom, 9.5 bath house. You've been here before.
I have been there.
We used to have just the 9 baths, but we decided we really needed an extra half bath.
I'm only aware of 2 baths.
So we put
in your house.
We put an extra half bath inside the 7th bathroom.
Sure.
So when you go in that 7th
where
bathroom,
is this the rest of the house?
Because there's a separate little room that has a half bath.
Is this like in the basement? Is this like underneath?
No,
house,
it's you go through how you walk through the bookcase. The bookcase opens to reveal the. Oh, you didn't go through the hidden into the bookcase in the hidden rooms. Okay.
But also, I feel like looking at the outside of your house, I didn't see any more there on the outside.
It's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
Okay.
It's you know what? Because it's from the future. It's from the space future.
Greg, listen. I've been thinking, and I see what's happening here.
What's happening?
You are talking bullshit. That's what's happening.
Here's what I'm really trying to do. I'm just trying to talk you into buying us a 16-bedroom, 9.5 bath house because who doesn't ever want extra space? Like, think of all the storage.
You attempted. You tried too hard, Greg. Because you might have convinced me to buy you a 3-bedroom house. But
really,
but
we'll just add another 13 bedrooms, and then we got a deal. No. Listen, I drive a hard bargain.
Why do you need that big of a house?
It's not that you need it. It's because we'd only use like 2 or 3 of the rooms maximum. But the rest of it we just use for storage just in case like we get some extra like packages from Amazon or whatever.
Heat
we need
and
something
cool the rest of the house, I assum. Right?
I think we'd cordon it off. You know how they say like cordon?
Yeah.
We'd cordon it off.
Yes.
It's named after James Corden.
James Corden, sure. Yes.
Yeah. We'd put James Corden in the rest of the house. And that way you don't need to heat or cool it.
I don't think James Corden will want to go to Wisconsin.
Doesn't matter if he wants to or not. He's going.
You can just force him to do that?
That's the thing about James Corden. You can force him to do whatever you want.
I mean, as long as it gets him publicity, it seems like he will do anything.
I mean, the guy needs some positive publicity right now. There's been some negative things that have come out about that guy recently.
Recently? I feel like it's been for a while.
That's
now.
what I said.
Or is there a recent James?
No, I don't
Corden
know. I have no idea. I don't keep up with the news. I don't even know what people are talking about with James Corden. I just know that maybe he's not the best guy.
That's what I've heard. But
you know who is the best guy? You.
Who? Oh, stop it!
I know. That's just how I feel. I feel like you're the best guy.
Why? What makes me so good? What makes me so?
Because you put yourself in the company of some truly outstanding people like me.
Okay. Yeah. That's it?
And well done.
Is that the only thing? Or
yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
So anyone you're around, then you think they're the best?
They are the best.
Who they are currently associating with?
They are so smart.
Okay.
Speaking of smart, I don't mean to brag, but I'm not the fastest reader in the world, but
sure.
but I do enjoy reading, and I just finished reading something that was so long it took.
Oh my God, that's smart.
It took me over 3 years. I've been reading this since July 2021. It took me over 3 years to finish reading this, and I just finally finished it, and I want to recommend it to everybody. It was really, really good. My CVS receipt. I just finished reading it. It was really good. It has all sorts of specials.
Yeah.
You get cash back if you buy certain products. You might save at like $2 if you're buying.
Isn't there like a
hair
coupon
care
on the receipt? Sometimes they do that.
There's like 10 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it just keeps going and going. Unfortunately, by the time I finish reading it, they're all expired. I can't use any of them anymore. And I don't get those extra CVS bonus bucks or whatever they called it.
You don't have to read the whole receipt.
I felt that I did. I mean, they gave it to me, and I read it front and back. And there's stuff on the back, too. There's all sorts of information.
You acquired more receipts in the time you've been reading this receipt.
Who's got time to do that? I'm so busy reading. I didn't have time to do any shopping since July 2021. We are out of everything in the house.
How are you starving? Are you
slightly starving?
Yeah. Well, only slightly.
Yeah, slightly.
3 years?
Yeah.
Where are you getting your food?
Yeah, I usually have it delivered.
Okay. Okay. So, okay.
So when I say I'm starving, I'm just slightly peckish right now.
Okay. So you just need a snack.
Yeah, I could use a snack, maybe some pretzels or something. I'm going to have some pretzels delivered.
You're not starving.
The only thing about having everything delivered, like let's say you want to get a bag of pretzels delivered. Well, normally you go to the store, that bag of pretzels might cost you $3. You get them delivered, you're looking at about $12. Like with all the fees and the tip and everything, you're looking at about a $12 bag of pretzels.
Listen, Greg, a very large house constantly making people drive to deliver to you. You might be, I would say, 20% responsible for global warming. You might be. I'm wondering.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am single-handedly responsible for global warming, and I'd like to apologize.
I said 20%.
No,
I said 20%.
No, single-handedly, and I would like to apologize to everyone that I caused global warming. I promise I won't do it for much longer. I'm going to maybe another few years, 20, 30 years, and then
oh my God.
Then we'll all be dead.
What? So you promise to just do that until you destroy Earth?
That's what I promise to do.
Okay. So you are evil incarnate. You are just pure,
I wouldn't say that. It's
evil.
just that I don't like to go to the store to buy pretzels. I prefer to have them delivered. I don't care what they cost. It goes up to $30 for a bag. I'm paying it.
Sure.
What do I care?
If the cost of the entire planet, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Then everybody would have to pitch in. I don't know if everybody would be on board with me buying pretzels that are that expensive.
No. The cost being like the planet ending. The world ending is what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you just. I don't know. I think we're not on the same page here.
Okay, sure. Greg.
Yes, Craig.
Stop polluting the earth.
Okay,
please.
Done.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yep, I realize you're right. I mean, when you say that, because you're so smart, I realize, hey, you know what? Craig's right. I'm going to stop polluting the earth. Done.
Great idea.
Since you said that, I have not polluted the earth at all.
Well, I mean, you are emitting carbon dioxide from your body.
All right, I'm going to stop doing that too.
How are you gonna stop that?
Stop breathing out. I'm just going to only breathe in from now on.
You can't do that. That's then your lungs would expand forever, or you just stop breathing and die, which is more likely.
Oh shoot, you're right. I laughed and then I breathed out. All right, I want to apologize to everybody. I'm still destroying the Earth, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. It's all right. It's fine. Let's move on.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You have something else to say?
Nope. I'm out. I'm totally out.
Did we just run out of things to say?
Yep. What is this? Episode 6? How many episodes have we done? 6 episodes?
Oh, no. This is over 100. I don't remember how many, though.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. You don't remember? You don't remember those? I mean, nuts. I barely remember them. But
let me just say this. I want to do a shout out to Tim, one of my friendly friends. Been around since the beginning of Mediocre Films. Tim, you know who you are. I won't say your last name because I don't want everybody to know your full name is Tim Knoll. So Tim,
you said his name.
It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not going to say it out loud. So Tim Knoll, I just want to say
you did it again. You didn't even
thank you
didn't even hide it. You just flat out said it that time.
Thank you for always listening to this podcast. And you make Tim Knoll makes these graphics that he puts up on my Discord.
You said his full name again.
Who Tim Knoll's full name? I'm not going to say it again. Yeah. So anyway, he makes these graphics whenever I say things, and all of a sudden they become a T-shirt, and or a product. And I'm just waiting for the thing that's going to happen in this podcast. That's going to be like, oh, Tim's going to be like, oh, I got to make a graphic about that. That's hilarious. So maybe it should have Tim Knoll's face and his name on the product. So maybe together we can come up with some sort of product.
That has Tim Knoll's face?
Yeah, that has Tim Knoll's face. So maybe it's like Tim Knoll's shit wiping toilet paper with an exclamation mark.
Why that?
And then it says in quotes, "Wipe your shit on my face!" exclamation point.
So then every ply is like his face?
Every single ply is just Tim Knoll's face.
That seems like that'll be hard to make.
Well, I think that he can do it. I mean, he's pretty good at Photoshop. Yeah. So maybe... Sure.
But then you got to put it on every ply of toilet paper.
But I mean, you don't have to see you just have to see the roll, and then some of the paper's coming out, and you can see that his face is on it.
Okay,
and
sure.
I'm thinking that's a way for him to get involved with a product. And let me tell you something. You
already knew what product you wanted to bring up, and it was his.
I just made that up. It's not like I made a plan of that. I didn't write it down or whatever. I just made that up right now. I wanted to have Tim be a part of. This
podcast
product.
Oh, this product.
Maybe also on it, Tim, it could say, 90% recycled from some other celebrities' toilet paper.
Timbaland.
So you could, Timbaland. From Timbaland's toilet paper?
Yeah. It's recycled toilet paper. Celebrity toilet paper.
So they take one celebrity toilet paper and they recycle it into the next recycle. I don't know how you would recycle toilet paper because how do you get it back? Like once it's been used, how do you get it back?
Well, you put it in a big vat of fluid, and you mash it up into a broth.
Speaking of putting it into a big vat of fluid and mashing it into a broth, I had a girlfriend in college. I think you know where this is going.
Did you have like an art project with a girl in college or?
No.
Oh. Okay.
So what have you been up to, Craig?
Well, funny you should ask, Greg.
You're right. That is pretty funny.
Yeah. I am in the beginning process of losing weight again.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. How much do you want to lose? What's your goal?
I don't necessarily have a goal. Maybe like 10 pounds. We'll say.
Okay.
We'll say 10 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm down 8 from when I started to lose weight about a month ago. I'm down about 8 pounds, which is a lot to lose in one month or so.
Jeez. Eat something.
I should probably eat something. Yeah. But But I'm, listen,
but when you first start to lose weight, when you first start to lose weight, you initially lose a lot.
Comes off faster.
Water weight.
Yeah, that's right.
Water weight.
Water weight. Yeah.
Water weight.
Water weight. Yeah, I know. The Kevin Costner movie Water Weight. I know. We all saw it. It was great. Yeah. Everybody loves that movie.
Water World. Yes.
So what?
Water World. Water World.
All right. You can call it whatever you want, I guess. It's fine.
I'll call it what it is. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to argue with you. Anyway,
Okay, sure.
So what are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Losing
so
weight.
here's the deal. Listen, I'm an actor. I don't know if you know this. I'm an actor, and I appear on television programs. In fact, I'm shooting another one next week. I just booked another
What?
show.
Another one?
Yeah.
Can you say what it is?
Well, I'm on an NDA for this one, but all I can tell you is it's a new Amazon Prime series that already that has a 13 episode commitment, and I am in the pilot. I play a doctor in episode 1, and so you never know. There's always a chance I could come back. Right now, it's just one episode, but I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Sure.
Awesome. So I'm looking forward to it, and who knows when that will. Usually, it takes about a year for a new show to finally pop up on your television sets.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So when we're watching a show, it's like they did that a year ago. They're all talking about how relevant the show is.
There is a show that I did called Interior Chinatown. It premieres November 19th. All 10 episodes drop on Hulu November 19th. The pilot, directed by Taika Waititi, but I'm in episode 2, so I just missed working with Taika Waititi. By 2 days. He was there 2 days earlier than I was. I was like, and I asked everybody on set, what was he like? He's like, oh, he was the best. Oh, he was so great working with him. But anyway, and I can imagine that. He just seems like an awesome dude. So anyhow, all 10 episodes are dropping November 19th. I'm in episode 2. I play a cop. That show we shot in, I believe, February of last year. So it is, by the time it drops, it's nearly 2 years old.
Wow. What's the show? Chinatown?
It's called Interior Chinatown. It's based on a bestseller, on a book.
Okay.
Have you ever read a book?
Is that like a CVS receipt?
It is, but not as long.
Okay. Well, then
they're good. Yeah. They are good.
CVS receipts? Or
no. The books, I recommend them. I think they're terrific. They're so well written.
Do they vary in quality? Or
no, they're all really good.
All of them.
I recommend that you go read all the books because they are so good.
All of them.
Yeah,
that's probably millions.
Yeah. Set a few hours aside. Go read all the books. You're gonna really enjoy them.
How many? Oh, by the way, I Googled celebrity toilet paper, and I got a bunch of images of celebrities sitting on toilets. So,
nice.
That's great.
Celebrities sitting on toilets. There should be a website, celebritiessittingontoilets.com.
You know what? I think I just wrote celebrity toilet, not celebrity toilet paper.
Everybody Google that, and you'll see what Craig just saw. But now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section, which starts right now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. Hope you enjoyed that.
What's happening now with your voice? What's going on?
Sometimes I just like to mix it up. I like to do things a little differently.
Okay. Well, try something else then, because I didn't like that.
You apparently have some results from your Google searches that you wanted
celebrity
to share.
Toilet paper.
Yeah. I'm sure there must be. I mean, Snoop Dogg's got to have one, right?
Well, what came up was political. It was you got Donald Trump on every ply. You got Hillary Clinton on every ply. You got Biden, Kamala, Michael Jackson toilet paper.
Yeah. Okay.
Patrick Mahomes. Okay.
Who's Patrick Mahomes?
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds to me like you're just like you're talking. You're calling up your realtor Patrick to ask about your homes.
The San Francisco 49ers, who won the Super Bowl.
Well, what the hell do I know? I've never. What is that? Sports? What do I know about sports?
Greg, you do Super Bowl commercial videos.
Yeah, I know.
Year.
That's all about the commercials. That's all I watch. I'm not gonna watch the game. I watch the commercials.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Greg. All right. Well, anyway, I barely know who he is anyway.
Okay.
And and I probably, if you would have asked me what the name of the San Francisco 49ers quarterback was, I wouldn't know, but now I do because I see him on toilet paper.
Hang on. I'm getting a call. Hang on a second. Hello? Oh, hey, Patrick. Mahomes?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to sell them. See, that's how it should go. That's Patrick Mahomes. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so you have multiple homes and you're going to sell them?
You know that I'm selling all my
Patrick?
homes. I'm going to sell them. No, Patrick is my realtor. He's going to list them for me. I got like 9 different homes that I'm going to sell.
Oh my God.
Listen, being a YouTuber.
You're a property baron?
Well, you make so much money as a YouTuber. Everybody knows that. I mean, YouTube just hands out money by the millions. So
no. I mean, to some people, yes.
So I took my millions, I mean, look, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, just like, look at, let me just get a YouTuber at random, Mr. Beast. Like, that guy's making millions, just like all the other YouTubers.
That wasn't very random.
I just thought of a random YouTuber.
Yeah, so, the most successful, the currently most successful YouTuber, maybe the most successful of all time. Yeah.
I think that's Mediocre Films.
Oh no,
I'm not sure, but I think it might be Mediocre Film. That guy owns so many homes.
That's you.
Yeah, and his realtor Patrick is going to sell them all. So if you want to buy one of Greg Benson's homes, you better get a hold of Patrick. Just dial 1-800-PATRICK.
Who is Patrick?
He's going to help you. He's my realtor.
He is your realtor.
Yeah, Patrick.
Okay. Greg, you know how many books there are? You know how many book titles there are?
Is there 6? 8. How many? I know it's an even number. 8?
Well, it is an estimated even number.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Because when they estimate, they don't like go and 3. They don't like it's 17 million and 3. They don't estimate that. They should though.
No. But it is oddly specific number, but so I have no idea how they would think that. But apparently
176 million books.
Close.
Really?
Close.
Okay. How close am I?
Well, you're off by several million.
Okay.
But 158,464,880 is apparently what they think. Yeah.
Wow, I was very close. I mean, when you realize
81, someone just finished a book.
Oh, wow. Good. Oh man, I want to read that one.
Yeah.
I want to read the newest book, the freshest book. I don't like old books.
Sure.
Cuz they get all musty.
Well, you can buy new copies of old books.
No, a lot of them you can't. A lot of them have been out of print for hundreds of years.
Well, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, but how do you even know what it's like to read those?
I go to these antique bookstores, and sometimes I'll pay $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 for one of these old books, and they are so musty
that you don't like.
The pages fall out as you read them, and
why do you buy these books that you don't like?
And the words are archaic. I mean, they're just using words and they spell things differently. Sometimes their S's look like F's. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Greg, why do you buy these books?
I don't know. I just want to read all the books. That's all I'm saying. I love reading.
But you hate these books.
I hate those books. Those early books
You need to search your feelings. You might need therapy, first of all, but you need to search your feelings, Greg. You need to figure out what it is you actually like and want.
You're so right.
It sounds inconsistent. What do you want, Greg? What do you want in life?
What do I want?
Yeah.
I want what everybody wants. I want a taco truck within walking distance.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. I want a nice, fresh pair of socks to be delivered to my home every Sunday.
Okay. That can happen.
And the other thing that I want, of course, is peace and love for everyone except for people named Steve.
What's wrong with people named Steve?
I don't know. That's all. It's just what I want, okay? Don't question what I want. I just want the things. These are the things that everybody wants, except for Steve. Steve has a different set of things. Like he differs on the third thing.
Steve does?
Yeah. The third thing.
He wants something else.
Yeah, he wants something else than that.
He probably wants peace and love and harmony for people named Steve.
Yeah, that's what he wants. But that's Steve for you. That's just what Steve's like.
People named Steve? Or
I don't know. You got to ask Steve that. I don't talk to Steve anymore.
Which Steve are we talking about?
No, come on.
Do I know him?
It's not just which Steve. It's all the Steves.
Okay.
Listen, no offense. If Steve is listening to this podcast, I want to do a little shout out. Hey, Steve, thanks for listening to this podcast or watching the video. We love you, Steve.
Yeah. Sure.
Don't tell Steve we don't really love him.
No, he heard.
Tell him. He didn't hear
It's too
that.
late. It's too late. Yeah.
Don't tell Steve. This is our secret.
Why do you think he didn't hear this?
Because Steve's so stupid. Steve is so dumb. He doesn't even know that we're whispering about him right now. He thinks we're talking about Carl.
So does Steve, when Steve hears the word Steve, he hears Carl?
No, he just thinks we're talking about Carl with a code name. I don't really understand either, but this is let's just move on.
But now that you've explained it, I feel, okay, all right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all fine.
Oh, Greg. So what's your best tip for weight loss? Because I'm looking into doing some weight loss. And
I'll be honest with you for a second. I'll be serious because as an actor, I have to keep myself, and I would say sometimes it's even almost uncomfortably thin. I have to keep myself skinny because they say the camera adds 400 pounds.
No, not that many.
I think they do. So you got to be really careful.
If that's true, then what I see on TV, they're very thin. They're very, very thin.
Most actors are negative 300 pounds or so. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Most actors. So anyway,
they're not even there.
Negative 250 pounds. The camera has 400.
That's why it's so rare to spot a celebrity. Because they're not there.
I don't know how it works. No, I have an app on my phone called Lose It. I think we may have talked about this before. Didn't I get that from you, Craig?
Yes.
Didn't you recommended that app to me. So I treat it like a little video game when I put in my calories and I count my calories, and I have discovered, they say like, oh, you weigh 180 pounds or whatever it is I weigh, somewhere around there. And you should be having like 22 to 2,500 calories a day. If I do that, I'm going to gain weight every day. So I limit my calories to 1,500 calories a day. It's not very much. Every meal
That's not very much.
No, every meal is pretty metered. If I go over like 1,500, I'll lose weight. 1,700 calories I'll maintain, and then 1,900 calories I'll start to gain.
That's pretty low.
It is. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's possible that I'm adding the calories incorrectly.
It could be. Yeah. I mean, that seems like I've actually reduced down this time lower than I normally do, down to about 1,700 to lose weight. Yeah, so I try to hit 1,500, and that's why I lost 8 pounds in a month. It comes off pretty quickly when I do that. So you guys don't have to do that. I mean, that's a lot. But there's certain things. I've discovered that if I have soups for dinner, like water-based soups, then that really helps, because since it's water-based, then if you go to sleep slightly hungry, then you're doing it right. Just a little bit hungry. Not like, my God, my stomach hurts. Not like that hungry. No,
or, oh my God, hungry. Someone shot me in the stomach. Then you've just been shot, which is totally different than dieting.
The problem I have is that I already am not a good sleeper, but when I'm hungry, or even a little hungry, I sleep worse.
Really? So, see, I sleep better when I'm hungry. If I'm too full, then I'm uncomfortable in bed, and I'll often have like nightmares if I'm full.
Well, yeah, too full, and I also don't sleep good. I just don't sleep good. I think that's probably the thing.
Yeah. Well, you unfortunately live in a state where marijuana is not yet legal, so you cannot enjoy the glory of pot gummies. That's why I'm not moving to Wisconsin, because I can't have pot gummies to sleep with.
Well, the law might change.
I sleep so well. As soon as they change, I guarantee you, as soon as they change the law and pot is legal in Wisconsin, I am moving there.
Okay. Well, yeah, but so they legalize it in California, and look at how hot it gets every day there. So that's why we're keeping it illegal here.
I think there might be a correlation. Yeah. I don't really know how that correlates, but I guess you probably have listen, you're a smart guy. You make a point sometimes. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Greg Benson, who right now is walking in the neighborhood listening to this, and he's really enjoying it. Greg Benson, hope you're enjoying this podcast. Go ahead and wave at the sky for no reason right now. Go ahead, Greg. Wave it. There you go.
Are you going to wave to Greg Benson?
I don't know. I can't tell the future. But anyway,
wave now. Wave now. To Greg.
I don't need to. I'm talking to Greg Benson in the future. So I just hope he's enjoying this podcast.
But he's hearing you now, wherever he is, listening. So you can wave to him. Or he might be watching on YouTube. Probably not.
He doesn't watch on YouTube, but just in case he does, I'm going to wave to him, and I'm also going to name to any woman named Elizabeth who is watching right now. So Elizabeth, if you're watching, hi Elizabeth, hi, hi Elizabeth.
Okay, what about Greg?
I don't really care.
Greg,
yeah,
you discriminate. You have name. You do name discrimination.
I do. I definitely do. Yeah.
That's problematic, I think.
Hey, listen, life is problematic. Deal with it. So, Craig, I knew we'd come to a point in the podcast where we needed to have some help with our conversations. So I have prepared 3 conversation starters. I've done this before, and it's always worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got some conversation starters. This, I think, is going to help.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Conversation starter number 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with cheese? It's like milk, but harder.
Well, I'm from the dairy state.
Mm-hmm.
And
why do they call it the dairy state?
Produce a lot of dairy. Produce a lot of
Is it
milk,
the only
a lot of
state
cheese.
that produces a lot of dairy?
No, actually, California produces more dairy than Wisconsin does.
What?
Yeah.
Then why isn't California the dairy state?
Well, I think Wisconsin did it first.
Yeah?
And
they're like, we already got the name.
More,
Sorry, it's trademarked.
produced more first.
Yeah?
But also, probably per capita, Wisconsin produces more. I would imagine. Yeah.
How about
Wisconsin
per person?
That's what per capita is.
Okay, I don't know about your fancy words.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll try
Look
to dumb
how
it
good
down.
this conversation is. See how I brought up cheese, and now we're just talking,
Here,
and it's flowing
great, brilliant,
easily.
brilliant. Well, it was until you started talking
It's
about.
so good. I love this
bringing it up.
conversation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and while you're being meta about the conversation, so it's okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll dumb it down for you.
yeah.
California, people, lots of people.
Okay.
Wisconsin, less people, lots of dairy.
You sound like you're just learning English.
Yeah, I mean, I was dumbing it down.
Like you're driving a cab in New York City, and I just got in the taxi, and you heard that I was from California, and you're telling me things about California. California, lots of people, much cheese produced.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, thanks, cab driver. Can you let me off at the corner? Because I don't want to have this conversation with a taxi driver.
Okay. Well, we're not. I was just dumbing it down for you. Is what I was doing.
Well, I know, but obviously you're driving a taxi, and I don't need to go anywhere, and I just want you to drop me off at the corner. I don't feel comfortable in this taxi.
Okay. We're not in a taxi right now, but
we got out.
What?
Okay, I feel better then.
We got out.
I feel better.
We're walking down the street.
Why are you walking with me? Why don't you get back in your taxi and drive away, taxi driver?
No, I'm not the driver. I was with you in the back seat of the taxi.
I thought you were the taxi driver. This is not a good improv. Yeah. Sure, it's great to be in this taxi. We're not in a taxi. You're the taxi driver. No, I'm not. That's not how you do improv.
You also don't talk about the improv while you're doing it.
Conversation starter number 2.
Okay.
All right. This is a lot of people love math and love talking about math. So this is more of like a math conversation starter. Here we go.
Oh, great. Yeah.
What's 30 divided by 5?
That would be 6. Yeah.
All right.
Because 5 goes into 30 6 times.
Wow.
So
see,
yeah.
See, it's fun to talk about math, isn't it?
Were you good at math in high school?
No, I never did
College?
math.
No. Yeah, good at. How? When I said good at, I feel like context clues should have made you think I was saying math instead of
some
meth.
people. You know how you can tell when someone's good at meth? The fewer teeth they have, the better they are at meth. That's the truth.
No, that's just. I wouldn't say they're better. They just do it more.
And that's they're being better at it. That just means they really know how to do it. They're doing a lot of meth. The more teeth they have lost, the better they are at meth. I'll stand by that.
There are people who do a lot of golfing and they're no good. There are people who do a lot of acting. They're not good.
That's true. Like me. I want to give a shout out to all of our meth users who have lost a lot of teeth. Hey guys, you are doing a great job. You keep it up until all those teeth are gone.
But that's not that. No, don't do that. Let's just not do meth. How about you don't do it?
Come on. What? Trying to tell a meth addict not to do meth is kind of like trying to tell Craig Benzine to stop masturbating. Like it's like it's pointless. It is absolutely pointless. Conversation starter number 3.
Sure.
Do people still want to have sex with Madonna? I don't mean to be ageist. I just know she's getting older. She looks different. And a lot of pop music is about sexual appeal. So do people still want to have sex with Madonna?
I bet they do.
How about you? I mean, like if you were single and Madonna knocked on your door and said, "Oh, my car broke down. Hey, I like your beard. Let's have some sexual intercourse."
I mean, I don't know. If I was completely single.
If you're completely single and it was Madonna, and she's like, I brought a picture of younger me that you could look at while we have. You could put it over you could tape it over my face.
Sure. I probably would.
Why would she do that? Why would she let you tape a picture of younger her over her face while you had sex? I mean, that's just weird. Madonna is weird.
I wouldn't do that.
What's wrong with her?
I wouldn't
God.
do that. And what is going on in her life that she shows up at my door? Like,
and wants to have sex with you just because she likes your beard. I mean, that is so weird. I didn't know that Madonna had such a beard fetish. Now that I think about
all of the full context of this, I wouldn't. I would say no.
You're like, get off of my lawn, Madonna. And it wouldn't be the first time you've said
Madonna. Yeah. Really? First time I've said that?
It wouldn't be the first time.
It would, actually. I don't think
the
I've
other
ever
time
said that
wasn't the
sentence.
pop singer though. It was Madonna and Child. It was that Madonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like, get off my lawn, Madonna, and take your child with you.
Why would I? I mean, I was raised Catholic, but I don't feel strongly about religion. But I wouldn't be angry.
I know. So you're not angry. You just don't want strangers on your lawn. You've never met her. All of a sudden, she's hanging around. She's on your lawn.
I guess I wouldn't want a bunch of strangers just hanging out on my lawn, but I'm not. I don't think I've ever said "get off my lawn" to anyone in my life. I don't think.
Well, why don't you say it to me?
Okay, get off my lawn.
Now you've said it. Mm-hmm. These are just some of the magical moments that happen on the Two Guys Talking About Lettuce podcast. While we're talking about it, I'd like to go ahead and do a little advertisement now. Guys, check out the Two Guys Talking About Lettuce podcast. You can hear it anywhere you hear podcasts. I really think you'll enjoy it. It's a couple of comedians from YouTube, if you can call them that, who have nonsensical conversation. You never know where it's going to lead. It's really, really funny, and I think you'll all really enjoy it.
Okay. So you're advertising our show?
Yeah, free advertisement.
Okay, great. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I just wanted to help. I wanted to get more listeners.
Okay, so end of this episode, you think we're gonna gain some more listeners?
Some people are just flipping channels. They might just hear that last part by accident.
Flipping podcast channels?
I don't know how it works. I don't really know. But I'm thinking some people might just be like turning the dial on their podcast box. And then all of a sudden they just hear that and they're like, oh, I got to check out that podcast. And then they search for it.
No.
Then they send in their $5 to subscribe to it or however that works. They mail in a postcard. I don't know how it works. But then all of a sudden, then we got a new subscriber.
If we did make that a short, that section of this episode a short, we could pop it up on YouTube.
You should totally do that. I'll send you the video. You should edit that and put that up.
No, I'm busy, but you can do it.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, cool. That is why we fail.
I don't know. Is it really failing? Because we're doing exactly what we want to do, and it doesn't matter if we have listeners or not.
No, I want to fail. So we're doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're doing just fine. When is the last time that you have had Lomo Saltado?
One time in college.
Okay, this episode is now going to be called We Don't Mention Lomo Saltado Until the Very End. That's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. We hope that you enjoyed it. My name is Gregory Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine, and what is Saltado?
It's a Peruvian dish that's made of beef and has French fries in it, and it's mixed together with some tomatoes and peppers in a soy sauce-based sauce, and it's served with white rice, and it is one of the most delicious things
that sounds
ever.
Great.
It is so
freaking
good.
I live near a Peruvian restaurant.
Go get yourself some Lomo Saltado.
But the last time I was there, it wasn't very good. So.
Well, then just know their Lomo Saltado might not be that good, but you still owe it to yourself to try it. Some places make it better than others. But next time you come to LA, I'll take you to a place.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay. The episode's over now.
Oh, shoot.